You just love a clump.
I do! Excuse me, with the passport, the fucking boots.
Catch flights, not feelings.
Yes, come on.
This is so pop star running through the airport.
Absolutely.
But big sunglasses on for paparazzi shots.
Because who is she?
Because at JFK,
We got
better
no time.
have a reflective lens on.
Absolutely.
Or what pop star worth their salt, you know?
None
and I'm
that I
wearing
know.
the athletic gear.
Right, okay, like
Because
she's in motion, but she's still stylish.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
1,000,000%.
I love it. It's giving mutable both ends. Can we have a 360 on the robe? Gorgeous.
I love this jacket. And it's so, I picked this up in Anguilla.
Right, and then I dare you to point that out on a map.
Right.
I bet you can't.
Oh, just that time I was in Cambodia.
It was great, yeah. Anyway, tax-free.
Right.
I know, sad shit.
So Sagittarius. And with Sagittarius ruling the legs, I feel like a long boot.
Yes,
is
come on.
it.
Yes, baby, yes. They really do. See, come on. And you're a Sag moon, you're a Sag stellium.
I am.
So let's see those legs one more time. Buy 'em, buy 'em.
Like, you better show them off.
You have to, okay?
As she throws her passport down with vigor. Hello, gorgeous, and welcome back to Spiritual Bimbo.
Because life's not that serious.
And you'll never get out alive. I'm Gala. I came in like a wrecking ball, darling.
And I'm Colin, if you seek Amy, Bedell.
And obviously, today we are talking about Sagittarius. What's wrong with them? Why are they so fabulous? Why are they so overrepresented in the pop star community?
Questions that demand answers at this time.
Questions that demand answers. Please report back
Yes, because they're truth tellers.
on later at
Yes.
the 11 o'clock broadcast. So there's so much to say about Sagittarius. It is outrageous how overrepresented they are in the pop star
Outrageous.
world.
Did you know that was a Britney song?
No?
Yep, it is.
Of course it was. Of course it was. But why is that?
I genuinely believe it's because I just heard one of my astrologer friends, Auntie Summer, say that when Sagittarius enters a room, you know that truth is about to be told. Isn't that powerful?
Why is that?
And well, the bow and arrow, the truth, the pursuit of, but they haven't quite yet hit it. They're just getting to the point and trying to know what's really going on. And I believe that Sag is represented so much in popular culture because even in today's world, the truth is popular. It's not always easy. It's incredibly challenging for the people to say it. I mean,
Yeah.
Brittany, Miley, Nikki, you know, there's been a lot of women who received pushback because God forbid they told the truth. But I think it's because they're not afraid to say it. And most of those women have all told their truth to the best of their capability.
The other thing about telling the truth is that it's an ongoing process, and the
Right.
process of telling the truth is inherently artistic.
Okay, excuse me, just got back from Oxford University. Okay,
But there-
one ticket to Heathrow, please.
But there is so much songwriting and storytelling to be done in figuring out what is the truth of me now. So you have endless material.
Yes.
It's not like you have to watch, an episode of Botched to get some inspiration.
No. You just need to listen to Brittany, Taylor,
Right.
Nikki, Christina. I mean, even
Right.
credit to Christina Aguilera. That bitch could sing. What a girl wants,
Sing.
baby.
What a girl wants is a deep plane facelift. She looks
Okay,
done.
amazing.
She looks good.
Gorgeous. She was always gorgeous to me, no matter the size.
Same.
But damn, I'm looking at her now and I'm just like,
She looks 24.
Christina. I'm confused. I don't know what year it is anymore.
Unbelievable.
She got a genie in a bottle and she said,
She rubbed it the right way.
see how much they're in the field?
They are.
Sag women. And I'm going to be really honest with you. Yes, you're a Virgo.
Yeah.
But to me,
I'm a Sag.
you are Sagittarius all day.
Sagittarius.
Yes, baby. All day. You, because you just don't give a fuck. You really don't. Freedom loving, don't pin me down. I do what I want. I change my mind. I'm a free bitch.
Right.
So confident too. I can't wait to talk about that for Sag women. But you just give me Sag all day. You really do.
I really feel like a Sagittarius.
You do.
Like Sagittarius is who created the meme of catch flights, not feelings. They're like, bye. I don't need this. Bye.
I know.
Okay, so why do we love them? I mean, do we have enough time? One of my peak memories that involves Sagittarius also involves you.
I think I know what it is.
And it's you and me and the Astro Twins,
Happy
our
belated
Sagittarius
birthday.
friends.
Yes.
It was their birthday yesterday
Yes.
when we were filming this, sitting at Cafe Mogador in the East Village, crying from laughter. Absolutely crying. You put 3 mutables, 4 mutables in a room.
Yes, it's over.
Nothing's
over.
ever been funnier. You know, if you and me and the twins did a show that was like The View or The Talk, everyone watching would need to have their asthma inhaler out.
1,000%.
They'd
And
be
then
like,
and then 4 different subtitles and cut through because we're all talking at the same time. No one's waiting for the period. No one. Ba, 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 ba. Mutable shit. I love it.
Too funny.
I love it. Oh, yes. And then we did karaoke a year or so later, and then we just like sang to our heart's delight.
It was fantastic.
So you love Sag just for the pure camaraderie, joy of it all?
The comedy, the joy, the truth-telling, the bluntness of it all.
Yes.
And also, you know, Colin and I sometimes like to play a game called Are You Bisexual or Are You Just a Sagittarius?
And the answer is both, yes.
Yes, and. Yes, and.
I know.
Look, I'm going to say something controversial.
Say it.
I don't think straightness exists within a
The mutable
Sagittarius
signs?
world.
No. Any
You
of the
think it's
mutable.
all mutable?
Absolutely. I don't care what any of them say.
You're like, you think you're straight, you're kidding yourself.
Right, if you are a Gemini, Sag, Virgo, or Pisces, you're pretending if you
are
identify as straight.
Gay.
It's true.
And it's great.
God bless, but
celebrate.
just tell the truth.
Yeah.
Like, stop lying, you know.
Stop lying. But no, I love Sagittarius
me too.
they're also so energetic.
Fire, bitch.
They are permission slip giving.
Come on. Without even saying anything.
Without even saying anything. Their house is full of fabulous international trinkets from, you know,
Yes.
Angkor and
Yes.
wherever, Beirut.
Turkish lights. Have you ever seen a Turkish lamp? I keep bringing it
Yes.
back to Turkey. Gorgeous. The lighting.
Yeah.
Amazing. Go ahead.
But they're like the original bohemian.
Yeah, that's so true.
Globetrotter,
That's so true.
collector. They've got a lover in every continent,
Love that energy.
including Antarctica.
Right.
Some unlucky penguin.
Justice to Antarctica. Okay. Listen, I love it. Come on. Stay hot.
If we have a viewer in Antarctica,
It's-
leave me a comment, please. I
Please
need
let
to
us
know.
know. Yes.
Because that's amazing.
Are you having sex with the Sag?
Yes. Are you a Sagittarius?
Right, there you go.
Who else is going to Antarctica?
No other sign.
Only Sagittarius. Only them.
I eat it up.
Okay, so what do we dislike about Sag?
Can I say one thing I like real quick?
Yes.
And then I'll go to
Yes,
dislike?
yes.
So again, not to queer everything, but I think what I've loved so much about the Sagittarius friends in my life is they really just do provide a space, a psychological space for truth-telling. Not to make it that serious, but I think, you know, when people are trying to say like, tell the truth and stop lying, you want to ask yourself like, am I a safe space for people to tell the truth? And the Sagittarius women in my life have all been so safe for me to tell the truth across time. And if I'm really honest, it's interesting that the sign that's like the most non-committal, wants the freedom, leave me alone. You guys are the most dependable, consistent, and present sign in my friendships, in more than any other of the other signs.
Really?
So make it make sense. I don't know. Maybe we're the only ones that want to commit to each other in our version of commitment.
Yeah.
But I think it's the fact that they provide they provide a space to tell the truth safely. They may not love it, and it may get into some heatedness, but at least we're telling the truth.
Yeah.
So that's what I love about them.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think that's also something that drives all of these pop stars that we were talking about.
Exactly.
They're all grappling with the truth in some way. And like
Yes.
you said, they've all received some flack, some blowback
Right.
from telling the truth.
Yes. It's weird. Yeah, it's that
Taylor Swift is very hated by a lot of people.
And so was Britney in the early 2000s.
Yep.
Lest we forget.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now look at her, but I do think, it's that interesting tension between how far can a Sag tell the truth? Because yes, sometimes it is popular, but it can be very punished at the same time. So that's why it's up to them. It's their sun sign, not mine. They have to figure out how to do it.
I wonder if, when there was that like early 2000s tabloid time when especially Sagittarian women were being crucified in tabloids, if there was something astrologically going on then that has since shifted, where Brittany now is like out of her conservatory, whatever thing.
Pluto was in Sag.
And she's,
Pluto was in Sagittarius. Girl, from 1995 to, no bimbo over here. She's a channeler. Okay, hair tuck.
I'm just curious about
95
that.
to 2008, Pluto was in Sag. So it was this power of like, tell the truth, punished for doing so. And then it entered Capricorn right in 2008, and she had her public meltdown in 2007. And then Pluto entered Capricorn, and we haven't really had pop stars other than Taylor. But look, she received a lot of the gifts that Christina and Brittany couldn't receive because she was a little bit younger than them, and now she's who she is. And you have to wonder, who would Brittany have been if she was born, 9 or 10 years later?
Right. And now that we're Pluto in Aquarius,
same thing.
We have a whole new echelon of what does that look like?
100%. And then the Aquarian energy, that's a whole,
That's a whole thing.
That's a whole thing. That's a whole thing. So we wish that Brittany had her moment, but she's free now, and that's all that matters.
Yeah. Just dancing with knives and just having a blast.
A ball.
Having the best time. Doesn't pick up her dog shit.
Is it on the floor?
Absolutely. And she just
Brittany,
doesn't care.
Right. And God
Embrace
bless.
your freedom. This is a Sagittarius in her power.
It's true. Yeah, I'm not paying her mortgage. Right. So if you want your house covered in dog shit, God bless. God bless.
So who do we dislike about them?
Right.
I think like sometimes the truth telling is so blunt.
It's too harsh.
It's too harsh.
Okay.
Like take a breath.
Yeah.
Think about maybe how could I phrase this to be received a little easier. In fact, Madeline and I were watching a dating show last night, and there was a coach on there, and I said, this coach is doing a really good job of conveying difficult truths to people, and they're able to receive it so well because she's not banging them over the head with it, Sagittarius,
I know.
but she's being firm. She's not letting them get away with anything. But she's also doing it in such a way that they can really hear it. And I think that those are some good questions for Sagittarius to ask themselves.
Yeah.
How is this really going to be received?
How do you put down the bow and arrow every once in a while and speak calmly and clearly?
Right.
I have also noticed that they can, because I'm their opposite sign, so we can definitely go at each other's necks, right? They will get mad at me for the shit they did 3 times earlier. And I'm like, excuse you, you're the queen of changing your mind. You're the queen of forgetting. You overlook a detail. But then if I do it, I think there's a part of me that like activates the fact that they are just as likely to do it sometimes.
Yes.
So that's that Gemini Sag energy, damn. And then I've often noticed, because they are, and this is both a challenge and something that they do well, they are so giving and larger than life that I really have to ask them, like, do you even really love this person who you're with?
Ooh!
They can talk themselves into feelings that I know in my gut ain't there. And I'm not giving you the eye roll because you do this, but I have heard Sagittarius say like, oh yeah, no, things are fine, it's cool. Like too positive thinking, where I'm like, bitch, you're on the brink of a divorce. Can you just tell the truth? It's okay. Quit pretending. Like I know you have a lot of energy to give and you're silver lining, and that's a beautiful thing.
Beautiful thing.
And also, like, don't give me that emotional performance artist bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
The other thing that Sagittarius can do, and I'm so guilty of this, just preachy.
Oh.
Like, baby,
okay. Right.
no one cares. You don't have
take the microphone.
Right, you don't have a monopoly on truth.
Yeah.
Let's just take a breath.
Right.
You don't know everything.
Right.
And quite frankly, you're annoying.
Sometimes, yeah, I have to like contain the Sagittarius, contain yourself.
But you can be, as a Sagittarius stellium, I can say, we can be very convinced that we are telling the absolute truth. And there is no other way to look at it.
I can think of several Sag women who I love that do that. And then I get hooked, I'm hook, line, and sinker. I'm like, wow, look at that conviction. And then 5 seconds later, I'm like, wait a minute.
And 5 seconds later, they also change
their mind.
You can convince yourself of anything.
I know, see that?
It's a blessing and a curse.
And that's that sad shit. I'm like, is this in process or are you processed? Like, are you thinking out loud Or have you arrived at your final destination is kind of what I need to ask sometimes with my Sages.
There is no final destination for a Sagittarius.
I love them so much.
I love
you
them
guys are
too.
my opposite sign. There is no connection for me like it. There really isn't.
Yeah.
And I just want to say too, I think what I love about them is that because they have so much energy to give, of all the zodiac signs, I have seen Sag exhibit competitiveness, insecurity, and jealousy the least. And I will say on record, I have never heard you just mean-spiritedly talk shit about anybody. You have described and said, this is what happened, this is where it went down, like very much matter of fact. But I have noticed that because Sag is just like overflowing with like energy and confidence, they don't talk a lot of shit about other people. I haven't felt that from them.
That's a nice quality.
I love that because I can tell like when other people are just nasty and they're like outing themselves as being an insecure twat. I do not see that from Sagittarius whatsoever. They don't have the time. They're too busy thinking about how great they are.
We're too busy thinking about cocks and where to go next.
Okay.
Where to
Let's
fly
see. Yeah, which visa do I not have here? Okay, I'm not worried about these bitches. Okay.
Right. Sagittarians do stay in their own lane.
They do. They do. And they love watching other people do it. I think that's also what I appreciate about them because you can tell when a bitch don't give another bitch her flowers.
Yeah.
And a Sag is like, I got plenty. Who wants them?
Absolutely.
So anywho.
One of my favorite things to do, especially in my like follicular, is to just hype people up on Instagram or Threads.
Oh, I love
Yes, I love this idea. You look hot. Great party.
Right,
You're
yes.
killing it. Yes.
Sag.
Yeah. So Sagittarius.
Yes.
Like, we're the party starter.
Right. And again, I think that is such a gorgeous strength because
Yeah.
astrology maps you in your strengths and doesn't almost allow you to get too competitive or like busybody and wondering what other people are doing. Theoretically, if you know it well, why are you getting competitive and insecure? You have strengths no better than no worse than anyone else.
Right.
And I feel like Sag really knows how to stand in their power and then like celebrate everyone else when they're doing it as well. That's why maybe you're the most evolved fire sign, but what do I know?
Don't quote him.
Or do it. Colin Bedell said, okay, in the evolutionary investigation of the Zodiac,
Right.
Sages last for a reason. Okay.
I love that. So the real question is, how do we pick a Sag icon?
Oh God, it's impossible.
There are so many.
Yeah, but I know you know who mine is. So.
Yours is, of course, Britney Spears.
Of course.
I think right now I have to go for Christina just because of that facelift.
Yeah,
It's
right.
so outrageously good
Let's be oppositional.
that my
I gotta stare at it. I
that my
haven't looked
Venus
at it.
in Leo is just like,
Who's your surgeon?
who's your surgeon? What is going down over there?
Do I gotta go to Beverly Hills for 6 hours? Maybe
It's gonna be
longer,
longer
than
than
that,
6
baby.
But wow, you know,
Your facelift,
who
Christina.
did your facelift? It is really good.
I love it. And I'm just gonna go with Britney because I'm sorry, there has never been a pop star like her, and I don't think there ever will be. She was just in a moment,
Yeah.
and she knew how to serve visuals and like that. She had energy, and I just haven't seen that from the other pop stars since.
No.
No. Yeah.
And it's really hard to be an all-rounder pop star. There's a lot involved.
Yeah.
It's not just looking pretty.
No, right. And I think that's what the culture's learning is like Britney had it all at a time when no one knew she had it all. And now it's like, how do we even possibly go back there? But that's that Sag well-rounded bitch. I got it all. I'm doing good. And I also heard that she, again, never talked shit about other girls and was just like very supportive. Beyonce always wishes her a happy birthday because they came up at the same time. The the Virgo Sagittarius connection. So I could just sing Britney's praises all day long and that bitch can dance.
Yeah, for sure.
She can dance.
She can. Even with a snake wrapped around her.
Are you kidding? That is, to this day, fight me, the most memorable VMA image we have in our culture.
It is.
Oh, and by
that
the way-
and the kiss with Madonna.
By the motherfucking way, the choreographer of that whole Slave for You, Virgo man.
Really?
Yes. So that's the power of mutable magic. They just knew. You know what this dance needs? A yellow snake.
And we'll never forget it.
No, exactly.
It was so good.
It was, and then just the fire in her eyes, bitch, when she came out there. Oh my, I remember watching it for the first time, just like gooped, gagged on the floor, resuscitate me.
I can see you living and dying
At this,
all over
exactly.
again.
I was very much in my 8th house scorpionic, like I am being resuscitated every moment. And that was just a crowning achievement of gay culture, was that performance. And it's sad.
So good.
So anyway.
So what is in a Sagittarius's handbag? A passport.
Number 1,
Old
2, 3,
plane
4.
tickets.
Yes, of course.
And
different currencies.
Different currency. Oh, the number of like little plastic Ziploc bags I have with like random currency in them all over my house.
See.
This is just a thing. But also I think condoms, like
Oh, yeah.
Sagittarius likes to fuck around. Because I think they like to soak up different cultures.
Cultures is what they're soaking up.
Culture,
Yes, right, exactly. Culture.
Yeah. And, you know, sometimes I think Sagittarius likes to learn from different people. And what better way to learn from them than in bed?
Okay. All right. See, fire energy. Yeah.
There's a lot
To
to
become
learn.
one. To become one. Yes. And I would honestly say probably a book. Sagittarians, incredibly intelligent.
Love to learn.
Love to learn. It's
Yeah.
the same book they've had forever, but it's still in the purse.
Because they
It's
keep
in the
getting
pocketbook.
distracted.
God bless by
Yeah.
the men that they are like, you know, I wanna learn from you.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Oh.
I think like, especially as a Sagittarius moon, one of my best ways to get into a good mood is to learn something. Take a class, go to a conference, you know,
Oh my God.
watch something
Yes.
that inspires me.
Yes.
That turns me on instantly.
Yes. Well, I think you have the answer to what should Sagittarius bimbos want to do. Sagittarius spiritual bimbos want to learn.
Yeah, take a class. But actually, you know what my suggestion was going to be?
What?
Was take a hot girl walk. Because you're always on the run from your feelings anyway. So you might as well put a label on it, call it a self-care practice.
Yes. So it's a walk to remind you how hot you are? Yes, agreed.
Take a hot girl walk.
'Cause
That
those
is
legs.
that's the thing.
That's the thing.
These legs that carry you away from your feelings. These boots were made for walking, and that's just what they'll do.
And avoiding the feelings.
Yes.
Oh my God. It's Sag, listen, she said it on me.
But so
Okay.
take your pick. Either take a class,
Right.
or take a walk. A long walk off a short pier.
They might do, and they might do both. They might be having a little like audio guide, something. These bitches can multitask. Go ahead.
That is my favorite thing to do.
What?
Is to listen to classes on my walks.
See? Come on, mutable, both ends.
It is bliss.
See?
There's no better feeling than soaking up the terrain
Yes.
on the go.
Okay.
Da-da-da-da-da. While I'm listening to something, learning something, like
again,
integrating something.
I think this is the truth of Sagittarius as well, is that that's free.
It's free.
It's free.
Yeah.
And I think that sometimes Sag gets like pushback because everything they take a stand for is free, so different from the culture, but necessary for freedom. And like just taking a walk and listening to some sort of course, like, oh, you mean I could just do that to change my thoughts? Yes, bitch.
Yeah.
Why are you overly complicating it?
Yes.
So anyway, I love that about your sign too, is that so much of your practical approaches are free, sometimes unobservable because it's happening intrinsic before it can happen external, but it is so necessary, that final freedom of, oh, I can choose to respond to this however I want. Free, and let's do it.
Love that.
Listen, you guys show me the way.
What else is there to say about Sagittarius? I feel like
I think we covered it.
we covered it.
We did
You're
it.
gay.
Yeah, number one,
You're gay.
Okay.
You like to soak up culture.
and by culture we mean, if you know what I mean. Okay, what's the third one?
And
Multitasking.
multitasking.
Yes, right.
Brain
They're
spins.
phenomenal multitaskers.
Yeah.
They can walk and chew gum at the same time. Congratulations. And dance like a motherfucker.
It's true.
There you go.
It's true. We love you,
We love you, Sag.
Sagittarius. Bye.
Bye.